Reciting poetry is fine, but what kind of nonsense is this? Did you also perform like this at Simin's literary gathering? Could it be that the reconstructed mental peg has failed? But even if he regained his memories, he should have noticed my flaws. Why would he still call me Haw so calmly? Brat, why are you suddenly silent? Are you putting on an act in front of your father again? But if the mental peg is intact, he shouldn't have any impression of Cn equaling G. Hurry up, if you break anything and the DOS gets angry, you'll have to bear the consequences yourself. This isn't the place to talk, come with me. Gee, does he really think of me as his son? Tell me, what have you been up to while running around outside? I heard you were growing sweet potatoes and guazu. Nothing much, just wandering around and enriching my life. Good thing this is just lifation. I can mess around as much as I want. I need to see what's really going on. If you run into trouble, you must tell your father, all right? Never take risks alone like that time in Shilon Kingdom. If I hadn't arrived in time, your situation would have been dire. But a year ago, you actually defeated Guang from the great heavenly demon sect in a single sword move. Be honest with me, what's your real cultivation level now? Isn't your strongest technique the supreme self-respecting divine art? Where did you even learn such a powerful sword technique? Don't tell me you really are Makin's successor like the rumors say. My cultivation level? I can barely hold my own against someone in the innate round 5th layer. That time I won against Kwang only because of the strategy set up by Eternal Heavens, which gave me an in-depth understanding of him. As for the one who taught me swordsmanship, it definitely wasn't Jing, but I suspect he might be Ming's disciple. Anyway, he was one of Eternal Heaven's evangelists. I forgot I was the one who told him about the Zilin Wei alias. Using fake identities to stir up trouble is fun, but the aftermath is a disaster. Ha! My son truly surpasses his father. Among the 5 beauties and 5 princes, you should rank number 1. I think so too. But there's one thing I can't figure out. How exactly did you join Eternal Heavens? From what I've investigated, that sect has always been mysterious, moving in the shadows. Yet in the past 2 years, they've suddenly become high-profile. Not to mention the minor skirmishes in the Great Han Dynasty. But after your battle as Zilin Wei in the Great Tang, you're now famous across the land. Well, I met that evangelist with Mink's inheritance in Shilon Kingdom, and through a twist of fate, he introduced me to Eternal Heavens. But I've never met Patriarch Mara, and I don't know much about the organization. All the evangelists cover their faces, so nobody knows who anyone is. But I do feel like Eternal Heavens is incredibly powerful. Forget Patriarch Mara. When I worked on a mission with the evangelists in the Great Tang, every single one of them had terrifying talent and strength. Since you've made contact with them, I think it's best to first understand their full background before using them to our advantage. Whether it's Patriarch Mara or the evangelists, with their level of power, they couldn't have just appeared out of nowhere. They must have identities in the open world. If you uncover anything, make sure to inform me through the Anii transmission talisman. Stop disappearing without a word. I understand, Father. You don't need to worry. Is he truly concerned about me, or does he just want intelligence on Eternal Heavens? Forget it. I can't exactly tell him that Patriarch Mara is me. Humph. No matter what, your travels over the years haven't been in vain. You've gained quite a lot, unlike your father, who rushed day and night to Shilin Kingdom only to end up with nothing. Not only did I fail to obtain the Chower Spirit Stone, but you even gifted it to someone else. The situation was complicated at the time. I had to disguise myself as Sin to evade pursuit, but by sheer misfortune, I ran into the sect master of Muqing's sect and the Chi's Source Spirit Stone. When it was discovered, I had no choice but to hand it over. Forget it. At least with this contribution, you've secured a foothold in Moing's sect, and I no longer have to worry. What does Father mean by this? Why, you may not know, but Shima's sect is no longer what it used to be. Back when Sumin was still around, at least he and I were evenly matched. While we competed, we also kept each other in check. Though it wasn't good for the sect, it at least prevented any one faction from dominating. But after the 9 Sikhs gathering, Sumin died, and I, having obtained a fragment of ID Doi's legacy, managed to advance. That's when everything changed. Even though I still hold the position of Vist Master, I've actually been sidelined. The one who truly holds power now is that old fox, Yansu Yuan. Qing may seem like a battle-crazed martial fool who doesn't concern himself with sect affairs, but that's just a facade. He's merely waiting for the right moment to eliminate what he considers an error. I can't afford to sit around and wait for my fate. You are my only weakness, Hu, so don't come back. Stay in Moing sect. I will handle everything. Oh, Du is worried about being purged by Yan Chang? Is he starting to harbor rebellious thoughts? Father, aren't you overthinking this? If the sect master were truly that scheming, why would he expose himself by holding this advancement ceremony? Wouldn't it be smarter to hide his strength and lure people into a trap? That's all because of that Taoist from the Song Empire, Chishu. Humph, a Taoist from the Song Empire? Why would he push for something like this? Who knows what his motives are? Ever since Yuan Xing took over as sect master, he's been in seclusion, focusing entirely on cultivation. He barely managed sect affairs, let alone anything beyond it. But after Chishu arrived, Yanning suddenly changed, as if he were a different person. Not only did he start taking a hands-on approach to sect matters, but he also began making high-profile appearances. This time, he even organized the advancement ceremony just to compete with Wao sect. So sect master Jia was right after all. This is not the act of a wise man. Making such a grand spectacle, I'd like to see what they'll do if something goes wrong and Yanning fails his advancement. Exactly. If he fails, even if he isn't injured, just the humiliation alone will be enough to make the other demonic sects laugh at him for a whole year. Someone's coming. Let's end the conversation here. If you need anything, use the Anei transmission talisman to contact me. Take care of yourself. Like hell I have that talisman. It was destroyed long ago. G seems fine, but I still don't understand what's going on. How does he still see me as his son? That Taoist from the Song Empire, Jiu, that guy, could it be senior brother? Senior brother, wait for me. Young lady, are you sure you have the right person? Hee, senior brother is still so good at acting. Just looking at you makes me happy. I don't understand what you're saying. Still pretending? Ming Ch sight has already seen through you. Senior brother, no matter what form you take, I can always recognize you. Beep it! I forgot about that. No, wait, I'm inside life simulation right now. Why am I even hiding? Stop mumbling and speak clearly. What do you want from me? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more manga content. What's your favorite manga right now? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.